Brilliant. Right, okay. We have two problems in this course, and they're actually quite important problems and quite serious problems if we don't do anything about it. So, the first problem is that we need to remember around about 2,000 words if you want to be reasonably successful at GCSE in 4 skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Yeah. Okay. So it's a lot of words, and we actually don't have enough time. So we forget nearly everything we covered in lessons after a few days. That's the second problem. We've got a lot to cover, and we forget what we covered after a few days. So this man of last name Ebbinghaus discovered that when he learned a bunch of nonsense syllables, he learned them as to say them by heart correctly every time. He forgot about 75% in 6 days. So what happened to you when you learn a few words in Spanish and you go away after 6 days? You forget. So how can we remember keywords and phrases we covered months ago? Okay, how are you going to remember what we do today on city when you're going to do your GCSE? So I'm suggesting a solution, and the solution is to do with memory. Actually, forgetting is actually quite important. Research demonstrates that part of learning, part of remembering something, part of it is forgetting. Okay? So, because when you forget, this is very counterintuitive. This is meaning this is difficult to understand why this works. But actually, when you forget and then you try to remember that thing that you thought you forgot, your memory of that thing gets stronger. So if you today learn how to say one in my native language, Guarani, Petein, and after 7-8 days, you might not remember. But if I ask you to remember it, and I give you a cue to remember it, I say, for example, pe, and you say the next part, that actually helps you remember. Okay? Which is very interesting, isn't it? And so, what we're going to do is we're going to get word fit. Okay? You're going to get fit. You're going to remember lots of words. And what is word fit? The memory workouts designed to help you remember the most important words and phrases. So what you have in front of you now, which is, if you can have a look at what you have in front of you, is this sheet with loads of keywords and phrases. Keywords and phrases. And these words and phrases have loads of silly names, yeah, like groovy adjectives and awesome opinions and nifty conjugations, etc. All these phrases are important because in every skill you need this. You need to understand these verbs and these words. So, how are we going to remember this? And this is what we're going to do. You also have in front of you a little schedule. And in the schedule, I'm telling you what we're going to do this half term. How I'm going to test you, not test you, and how I'm going to, what we're going to do these memory workouts. Okay? And today is going to be your pre-test, your lesson 1 pre-test. So, you have another sheet where I left only the initials of every word in Spanish. Every word in that phrase has the initial. And I want to know how much you already know. Okay? That's what I want to know. We're going to start today. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your keywords and phrases away. And I want you to be left with only the sheet with the initials. And I want you to complete as much as you can, and you're gonna have 10 minutes, okay? No more, 10 minutes. Muy bien, año 10, fantástico. Vamos. I just want to explain now how this will work, okay? How this work now. So you have a schedule which looks like this. So over the next 7 weeks, every lesson, at the end of the lesson, I'm going to put this memory workout for you to complete. But I'm only going to do 2 sections every time. And here on the schedule, you can see which sections I'm going to put there for you to work out what they are. We're doing this so that after a while, these phrases become embedded in your memory, or you remember them better because you've seen them many times over the next 7 weeks. And we're going to do these with all the phrases as well as we move on through the year and the course. Any questions here, then? Any questions? I'm going to ask you a question, Erin. So how do you think this is going to help us remember better?
Well, we're doing it every week, so it'll just get put in your head.
You can put in your head because we're doing it every week. Yes? Brilliant. Okay. Now, what is the actual workout, Ace? What's the actual workout? What's going on in your head?
We're trying to remember phrases.
Yeah. Trying to remember, that's a workout. I know this sounds strange, but that's what actually helps us remember. And these have been demonstrated over 100 years of studies. This is the best way to remember keywords and phrases. Thank you very much, Jen. I'm going to collect your sheets and I'm going to leave you with this. Yeah, thank you.